Hello again and welcome to airgunweb.com. My name is Rick Utzler and I'm glad that you could join us again today. Today we're going to take a look at the Gamo Big Cat 1200. It's one of my favorite rifles from Gamo. One of the main reasons is that the price point is right at about $130. That's a great value in an air gun. This rifle has has really lived up to my expectations. Today we're going to do a shooting test at 15 yards so you guys get an idea of what this gun can do close up. But before we get to it, let's go ahead and take a look at the gun. Alright, so we're taking a look at the Gamo Big Cat 1200. The stock is a composite stock. It's ambidextrous in that it has a raised cheek piece for both the righty and lefty. The receiver is blued metal. The barrel is encased in polymer. The barrel itself, however, is a rifled steel barrel. As you can see, as we get back here, the receiver is grooved for the your standard 22 style mount. There is a stop pin hole underneath for that rear mount that has a pin to hold the scope from sliding back. Just take a look at the gun from the other side. It's very, very plain, which is probably representative of the cost for this rifle at around $130. I probably wouldn't expect much more than what Gamo's given you here. However, the one thing that's important to remember is that as far as I know, Gamo basically uses the same engine on all their guns. So even though this is a lesser expensive version, it still hits pretty hard. They do ship a 4x32 scope, which is not the greatest, and of course the Achilles heel on all Gamos is that horrible trigger. If you want a Gamo to shoot well, just pull that thing out and drop in a GRT3 trigger and you'll have one heck of a nice rifle. The Gamo Big Cat 1200 is part of Gamo's 1,000 foot per second line of rifles. They say that you can get up to 1,000 feet per second in a lead pellet and up to 1,200 feet per second with the PBA ammo. I've found that one of the best pellets with this rifle is the Crosman Premier Hollow Point pellets. So that's what I'm going to use to crony the lead. Now you can use a lighter pellet such as the RWS Hobbies, and I can tell you that you're getting in the mid 950s to 980 with that pellet. So with the lead pellet, Gamo really does meet up to its claims. We're going to take a look at the Crosman Premier Hollow Point, and then we'll go ahead and run some PBA Raptors through it and see what we get for velocities. I see your shoes, honey. So with the Crosman Hollow Point Premiers, we had a high of 916 feet per second, a low of 900 feet per second, an average velocity of 905 feet per second, with a difference of only 16 feet per second. That's a pretty consistent spread with a lead pellet out of such an inexpensive gun. Now let's go ahead and jump to the PBA ammo and see if it lives up to the claim of 1,200 feet per second. We had a high velocity of 1,096 feet per second, a low of 1,041 feet per second. That gives us an average of 1,070 feet per second and a difference of 55 feet per second. There are some issues in consistency, obviously, with the PBA ammo. If you take a look at a handful closely, you're going to see that some have more metal on them than others. I wish Gamo, if they're going to push this product, would do a little bit more with the quality control so that they are more consistent in their weight and shape. They may help the pellets be a little bit more accurate. Here's a typical shot group with the PBA ammo at 15 yards. As you can see on the third shot, the shot goes high you occasionally get these flyers with the PVA ammo because there's just inconsistency in the manufacturing. This is a 6-shot group, and 5 actually land pretty close together. Both hold and trigger control are going to be very important if you want to get decent groups out of your big cat. You're going to have to spend some time behind the rifle, and don't get discouraged. Keep practicing, and you can get some pretty good results with it. Well, I think that last shot group pretty much says it all. With a minor scope adjustment, you're easily going to put 5 pellets right in the center ring on this target, which is probably about a 3/8 group. When you're talking about making a 3/8 group with a brake barrel spring gun that costs less than $130, I think that's something to be pretty impressed with. Gamo's got a real winner here. There are a few things that could make this rifle better. The scope is pretty cheesy, frankly. Again, what do you expect for $130? If I were to recommend this gun for someone for it to be their primary gun, I would recommend that they go ahead and get the Air Venturi gas ram upgrade from Pyramid. That'll make this rifle shoot a lot smoother. I'd get a different scope, and I'd most certainly replace the trigger with a GRT3 trigger upgrade. Even with all those upgrades, the rifle is still going to be a reasonably priced gun. You could always get the gun, work with it, and then send it back for the gas ram upgrade down the road when you can put a little more money into it, save your money and get a decent scope, and you're still going to have a very, very nice rifle for not a lot of money when it's all said and done. Again, a special thanks to the guys at Pyramid Air for providing this rifle and the supplies for the review. My name is Rick Utzler. Thanks again for joining us with airgunweb.com. Until next time, please shoot safe.